I'm just wealthy. Spending all my money, somebody help me. Popping big bottles, my pockets are healthy. Now my team be going green, they arms out like a selfie. Back in the day when they had much to say, but now I'm balling out of control. Been attacking my goals, know what I want, gotta have it. A bachelor snatching his rose, a bastard with rose. Cause nobody fathered the style, y'all in denial. Collected a handful of ones and you call it a pile. Could sponsor $1 a mile, running laps on the beat while you running your mouth. How many thousands do I spend on shit I don't need? Money is nothing but digital greed. Me the girl at the club ever pick NFTs. Sheesh. Go ahead and pretend you've had enough of me until I pull out a rack and you come sit on the lap of luxury. Really, I'd have it comfortably if it wasn't for hot girls and cold drinks. Her body language is speaking to me, but let me see what her soul thinks. Throw 100, then another, grab a stack, watch it flutter. Something like a speech impediment, how them double D's in trouble. I'm not rich, I'm just wealthy. Spending all my money, somebody help me. Popping big bottles, my pockets are healthy. Now my team be going green, they arms out like a selfie.
Run it up from the top, yeah. Run it up like a clock, yeah. Drum it up, coming up, I'm gonna drum it up just like it's supply, yeah. Look at me, I'm flashy, gassing up my ride with cash, flashing big faces, stash, showing off like naked ass. I'm paid up when I'm laid up, when I stay up in that class. Got my blade tucked and I stay clutched, cause boys puffin' that pass. You mean mugging my team, man, we mean thuggin' and clean, money green.
Yo, what's up?
What's up?
Oh, look at that. Look at this one.
What do you know?
Guess who this is?
Matchy.
Guess who this is?
Dad.
Is that D-Bird?
I'm
Self-savior.
Oh. Well, if only. Yeah, he's cool too.
Yeah. Hey, what are you doing, Nikki? Can't do that on
This is the only fun thing my gear does. Sorry, it's not dice or SS.
Who is it?
WCR.
There you go. All right, welcome everybody. We are here to listen to some shenanigans. I am Anna. Who the fuck is that? Let me change my name. I'm not that.
Are you not? Because that's what it says you are.
Banana.
Banana.
All right. I'm Dice. I'm here with Nikki and D-Bird. How y'all doing?
Just like a frozen banana dipped in chocolate, baby.
Vacation mode.
What does that mean, Bird? Are you dating a black girl?
That is one interpretation. I'll leave it up to your imagination.
All right. I'll take that one. Nikki, how are you? Vacation mode?
Yeah.
You excited for vacation mode?
I am gonna get my hair done and hang out with some friends, some
What
families.
are you gonna did to your hair?
I am going to redo it either a lighter red or a brighter red. Lighter or brighter,
red,
baby.
Brighter red. Okay. Sticking with the red, huh?
I think so. Or blonde. I don't know. I was brunette for so long. I don't want to be brunette anymore. Although it does look fun with my eyes.
You like silver.
I wanted to do like a blue silver before, but it's like a lot to get there. But that was when my hair was really dark when I wanted to go there. So I don't know. Maybe I'll just swing it. Sometimes I just let them do whatever they want.
Don't do that, please, God.
Why? I used to do that. Just make it look good. I don't care.
All right. Look at that. Whatever it is that you concoct in your head, I salute you.
Maybe get my eyebrows laminated again.
All right, we're here to listen to some stuff from some folks, some of which you people probably know, some of which might be new. Shout out to everybody who has joined into the chat. I see Lamb, P Cash. Seems like T has joined as well. Happy
Mighty Boss Sounds.
Happy birthday, T!
Belated birthday to T. And Gons. Please deliver those packages. Fucking
Oh shit. Philly Regs. Shout out my new favorite join. It's cracking, player.
Billy Regs is back. So we got a slew, a plethora, a placenta of things in our queue for listening to today.
You
guys
gonna
excited?
eat that? You gonna eat that placenta?
I hear it's actually nutritious and that you should eat it.
I hear it tastes like Fruity Pebbles.
I did
hear
not do
it
that.
makes you live forever like a vampire.
It makes you live forever?
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Would you eat it if it did?
No.
Honestly, I was thinking about that because they just found out some insect that lives forever, the immortal insect. And like, it's only a matter of time that they extract whatever that fucker's doing, put it into a pill we can take. And then it's like, oh, well, do I want to like be around until the fucking volcanoes explode? Or do I just want to do what's been natural and maybe join all the rest of the people that I loved and are no longer here?
I don't know. I think that I would not want to live forever. Build my empire.
Forever's a long time.
Bird, you eat crickets?
Fuck no, I don't.
All right, then you're not going to live forever, bro. Don't worry about it.
Fair enough. I'm all Little Caesars, baby. That's all I got.
They can put some crickets on there if you ask them. Shout out Mas. All right, we got everybody in the house that I was waiting for.
Everybody that matters is here right now. Everyone that doesn't matter, fuck you when you watch this tomorrow.
Strong choice words.
I just love you.
We're going to listen to... You guys are awfully chatty today. I wish it was this much energy on the Sunday podcast. Keep that energy for Sunday.
It is this much energy on Sunday.
All right, we'll see. We'll see.
What the fuck,
Get
guys?
to the priority queue where people who have subscribed to us have posted some records. Oh, wait. I skipped one, so let me get my mind correct. Who the hell is this? Why did I use that picture? I'm fucking losing it. And then after that, we'll get into the regular folks who are just people that we love to poke fun at and give advice at the same time. Sometimes one or the other and not both, but it's okay. All right, let me get this thing up and running. Anything you guys need to tell the audience before we get rocking and rolling? Any special shout outs to some loved ones or hated ones?
Happy birthday, T. I love all my siblings. Mostly. I'm just kidding. But yeah.
All right. That's
Shout
fair.
out to the PCR community.
Bird, you want to shout out your Call of Duty crew?
You know, shout out, not the Call of Duty crew. Shout out Little Caesars, man. Best pizza in the world. Reasonable prices. Buffalo Ranch dipping sauce. You're the GOAT.
Did you ever get your Little Caesars sweatpants outfit?
Sure didn't. I mean, Nikki gave me a Little Caesars polo shirt, so that's pretty fly.
It's close enough.
Yeah.
All right. First up in the priority queue is the return of the man, the myth, the legend himself, T-Lam. Shout out T-Lam. This is called Try. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
They wonder why I do the little things that I do. 'Cause ain't nobody do it like me. You can try, you gon' feel every time. They wonder why I do the little things that I do. 'Cause ain't nobody do it like me. Yeah, you can try, you gon' feel every time. I'm a killer with riddles, belittle those who hate what I scribble. I'm taking cheese from these stupid littles by doing little. So if you ain't ballin', you can't relate to the way I dribble. I'm the king of the jungle, not the monkey that's in the middle. They say it costs to be a boss, a lot of people owe me. I'm blowing OG, bumping oldies, chilling with the homies. So if he walking around talking like he really know me, he's just a square lost in his sauce like ravioli. It's going down like Titanic, but I'm colder, polar. Don't need a camera to find pose as a soldier, but I ain't sober, I'm solar. I float like ice creams in my soda. Hip hop pop ain't dead. All y'all whack. If you can't eat it, I'll reheat it. Call it microwave rap. Leaving lines in your head, cause I'm tighter than wave caps, please. You ain't fresh, you a mess. Where the maid at? You know why I do the little things that I do. Cause can't nobody do it like me. You can try, you gon' feel every time. You wonder why I do the little things that I do. Cause can't nobody do it like me. You can try, you gon' feel every time. I'm a killer.
All right, he told me to stop at 140.
Why?
Even though I heard somebody else coming in. I'm curious what the other.
Count is hollow to be a tick for his blindness, the greatness I became.
I'm not gonna listen to T-Lamb. No, never mind. T-Lamb was right.
Oh, okay. Like, what else is going on there? Just nope.
Nope, he just stopped.
All right.
All right. I like this. I wish it was louder. That was probably my only big gripe with it, is the volume is a little bit low. But definite cool wordplay that you had in your verse. The hook is solid and smooth. I just want it to be finished at this point is really my biggest complaint, is tell the other person to come up with something, or maybe you come up with something and finish it off. That shit was dope.
Yeah, I fucking love this. Like, Lamb has goddamn talent dripping from every fucking orifice. This is insane. Just, he can rap, he can sing, he can write. Like, what can't this motherfucker do? I wrote down a couple lines that I liked. Lost in the sauce like ravioli. Square lost in the sauce like ravioli. That's fire. The float line. Like, he can write his fucking ass off, and that's why I love this, because he can also sing. Like, the hook was smooth as fuck. Yeah, my little only thing is I just want it to be finished too. I have no problems with any of it. Just finish that puppy up.
For sure, I agree on all this too. I really liked your energy in this. It was like laid back yet still emotional. You're just good at what you do. You know how to say what to say and everything just like perfectly. The hook was nice and catchy. You had that smooth. I really liked the melody in the hook. I definitely want to hear this finished product, but I do agree the volume was a little bit low. I had to adjust some things, but I really like this.
Shout out Lamb. Yeah, we got a newcomer since you've been absent that could probably use some writing tutorials. Goes by the name of Little Jace. Look out for that guy in the lounge.
He a menace.
Seriously, look out.
Seriously, look out.
All right. Shout out Lamb. Yeah, looking forward to hearing some more stuff from you. Ready to get back in full swing.
That collab today a little bit, but I think it changed it completely. I don't know.
Jesus Christ. All right. Next up, none other than the if Lamb is yin, then this guy is yang. P-Cash.
P-Cash.
Pcaw.
P-Cash. P-Cash. P-Cash.
P-Cash, aka P Drippy. This is called Recorded. You keep prefixing it with your name. Is that like a new trend? Should I prefix all of my songs with Paradise now? Is that the wave?
Get on the wave, fool.
Damn,
you're so 2000 and late, son.
I'm old, man.
You are old.
All right.
Change your ways.
Damn, I think I'm congested, nigga. Fuck it, I'm sick, and we still gonna do this shit, you out?
Flipping a little bit.
You know me, you know that I got it. You know me, you know that I got it. Every dollar nigga gotta stack it. I be doing me. Sitting in the back while I'm smoking weed. Better stay on lane, gotta bring this heat. Recording. I need it back, what the fuck? I'm chosen. Gifted as hell, what the fuck? I want bands. See the fame or the love in disguise. I be damned if I go. Hold your own, know you go. Looking up to the sky, gotta rise up to the sun. I'm out in my shoes, put them on, you be loud. Shit, woo. We breaking rules, knocking out his lights, my youngin' let it boom. You gotta pick and choose. Only got one circle, I will never choose. You know me, you know that I got it. Every dollar nigga gotta stack it. I be doing me. Sitting in the back while I'm smoking weed. Better stay on, they gotta bring this heat. Oh, recording. I need it back, what the fuck? My time, shit ain't so easy. Tick, boom. Gotta find a way, niggas tryna envy. I just came a long way. Try to make it through the day. Try to put me in a grave. Hollows ripping through your face. Body always tryna bring me down. I don't really wanna be around. Touch my bro, ain't nothing niggas see the Lord. Can't nah, gotta hit that shit on my side. Sleep nah, working till the AM my time. You hear that for me, yeah? Nigga, that's my shit, knocking. Wanna know why they talk? From my own sound, now they watching. Ain't no sign into a deal. Independent shit, working hard for this. I cannot miss. You know me, you know that I got it. Every dollar nigga gotta stack it. I be doing me. Sitting in the back while I'm smoking weed. Better stay on, they gotta bring this heat. Oh, recording. I need it back, what the fuck? I'm chosen. Gifted as hell, what the fuck?
What is this little snippet at the end? Is this a surprise? Or is this a mistake?
He's like, what the fuck?
Oh,
Wasn't a pleasant little surprise.
little ear tickle there.
Yeah.
So, P-Cash, you've been choosing a lot of beats lately that I've heard where the drums are noticeably absent. And I'm not sure how I feel about that. Like, I like the last half of this a lot more than I did the first half because I like the way that your melodies sound over the drums. Not to say that, you do bad work when there are no drums, but I feel like it brings your tone out a little bit better for me personally when I'm vibing over some drums, because there was a certain section that you did at the beginning where recorded where there weren't drums in the beginning, and I was like, sounds a little bit off, but then when you did it over the drums, it sounded on point. So I don't know. I think I prefer more drums with your vocals than without drums because it helps me kind of like nod along. Like halfway through the song, I was nodding along, and the first half it was, I was like, okay, just vibing and listening. But I definitely like your style as usual. I just like it more with drums. And that's my only gripe with this one.
Nikki, what'd you think?
I didn't mind this. It was different. It was traditional. P-Cash. I definitely liked the second half better than the first half, but there was just some lyrics I was a little bit confused by. I felt like at the beginning I was like, wait, what is he talking about? What?
He's talking about recording it.
I know, and it was just like it seemed like it was more of a like fun freestyle, like fucking around in the studio type track that you end up turning into this. It didn't seem like a pre-planned track, which is fine. Definitely just a different style. But I didn't mind it that bad. I preferred the second half of it for sure. It seemed a little bit more structured to me.
Yeah, I feel like here's the deal. P-Cash, his style is sick, just hard stop. Like he's got a lot of talent, his voice, his energy, I love it. I think that specific to this track, it did kind of feel like, kind of like what he said. I was sick, I was fucking around, I was having fun with it. Totally. I think it'd be interesting to, interview him on the podcast if he would be open to it, about his process. Like, I want to learn a little bit more about what did you do with this? To me, I'm picturing him kind of doing a line and then be like, all right, that was fire. Let me punch back in the next line and just kind of going and freestyling and just seeing what happens in the booth. And that's great. I guess for me, when I listen to this track, like I want a little bit more lyrically, even though like all of the stylistic elements, the energy is there. It's just like some of the parts, like Nikki said, it was like, could you have said something else, or like, does this part even rhyme? Right. That's where I'm at. I think it's all right. I agree. Sounds better with drums. Not a bad showing whatsoever, especially if he's just bored and fucking around. But I think that I need more information on how this was created.
For sure. That's why I was like, the structure of it was a little confusing lyrically. So maybe like cut up as like interludes. I could see it because it seems like it's a fucking around, having fun, which is always great. I think that Lamb does that too, which is funny. You guys have the same style and you guys both kind of freestyle.
Do you ever write anything, P Drippy? Do you ever like write your lines or just kind of record and just see what happens? And if that's the case, then how do you decide, okay, what stays in and what doesn't? I mean, maybe we could take this offline, like on a separate issue, but
We got time. That was the end of the priority queue.
man, we're ahead of schedule, baby.
Yeah. We're on time today.
Soul 7.
Yeah, I do think it'd be really, because yeah, Drippy, you're so fucking talented. Would love to hear about your process. Love to hear about how you make music, why you make music. For sure. We have a podcast every Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 Eastern. Let's talk. Yeah, curious.
Shout out Tricky and shout out SmoovRihx. Welcome to the stream.
Why you underwater, Dice? What's up?
Why am I underwater?
Yeah, you underwater fuck.
Yeah,
you little Mario level motherfucker. That's better.
Is it better?
That's better.
Okay. I don't know.
Sometimes you just gotta hit it to make it work.
That's
Am
what
I
do.
right?
That's what I do at work.
What
And
I do with everything in life.
sometimes my boss pulls me to the side and says, you know what? You need to get that anger checked out.
Dodie!
What's up, Dodie?
Dodie's one of my best friends, y'all.
Dodie's one of my best friends.
Yeah.
So he can't be
Yeah,
your best friend if he's my best friend.
Yeah, you definitely don't smile that hard whenever you see me and Bird, so it's
I
pretty
do. I
obvious.
love you guys too.
Yeah, whatever. I'm moving on from this conversation.
Definitely
All right.
wasn't thinking about him.
I was waiting for a couple of tracks from Passive because he said that he had 2 new bangers with Zig and Ray, but Passive has not shown up. So
What a dick.
I know. I took time out of my gorgeous Friday evening to join him on the return of discreet live radio and listen to some music, and this fool stands me up on my show. I'm offended.
Really shows you where you stand with them.
I know. I'm obviously a piece of doo-doo.
That should be the name. Not Paradise, not Banana Nana. Piece
All
of
right.
doo-doo.
So with that said, we're going to move on to the regular queue for people who are too broke to spend $5. They don't love us. They don't appreciate us. They're losers.
Yeah.
They got no game.
I hate this.
They're short.
What do you got against short people?
They're short. That's it. And
T, I love you.
they don't wear and-ones.
That's actually a benefit, by the way. In the poor column, if you don't wear and ones, you're not as poor as Dice. So there's that.
I don't mind being poor because, I don't know, it feels less pressure on my soul to keep up with you rich people.
I ain't a rich people.
Okay. First up in the regular queue is none other than the man whose sweater I'm wearing, who conveniently left our Discord after I purchased said sweater for large absorbent amounts of money, but he rejoined, so I'm cool. I'm chill now. Gripe is over. No longer beefing with this man. However, well, I'm not beefing with him because the last song that I heard, there was no bitches, so I was happy. And news update. He reached out to me.
Oh,
and we're gonna get a track together.
what? You saying this
Yeah, we're gonna take
this
that
fucking sweatshirt and that sweatshirt
We're gonna
combined?
take that sweatshirt and this sweatshirt. We're gonna put them together into a hodgepodge of sweatshirts that nobody's gonna want, but
If you
everybody's
guys
gonna
don't talk
wish.
about bitches, I'm gonna be real mad.
Oh, I might have the perfect beat for that actually, because shout out to also M Theory. This past weekend, he sent me a beat that is reminiscent of 1998 Cash Money. And he said, I made this beat specifically with you in mind because we both love old school Cash Money. And boy, does it sound like some Manny Fresh shit. And I think that's going to be the one that I send over to Self Savior.
Hell yeah.
So, with that said, we are going to jump into this one. This is called Worn, much like the sweater is. Let's give it a listen.
Sharp is the sword when the sword cuts arms. Keep your hands closed cause I'm known to cut arms. I'm a don but I don't keep a chain or a charm, a plain or a foreign. I'm just saying that it's worn. Your fabric, I'm saying that it's torn, looking raggedy faggoty. Yeah, you're getting warm and I'm glad to be had to be the best to perform. Take the battery out of the said he be on. Cut to me, the nigga is a peon. Face bright, saying loser all up in neon. Frank White would've told y'all, go and get a life, not a mic. All you little dog niggas love to bite. Fight, y'all flight, no question about it. Catch a domestic at the courthouse, catch me around it. I parked the vehicle a block away from where I found it. I left the keys in the trunk, so the D's surrounded. They lost a piece, but the piece I found it. 4, 5, 6, head crack, bleed a fountain. Bad parenting, 6 feet deep and grounded. Dustin' for a couple of ounces. Bitch, sharp is the sword when the sword cuts arms. Keep your hands closed cause I'm known to cut palms. I'm a don but I don't keep a chain or a charm, a plain or a foreign. I'm just saying that it's worn. Bitch, don't try to switch it up now. When I buck rounds, everybody duck down. Fuck clowns, I don't give a laugh or a fuck now. They saying that I'm Indian, okay, well big up luck now. I bet you that they pumping my shit on the strip of Moose Waller in the back of the whip. Getting loose on some juice with some fifths and all that. Niggas capping, so I shoot a shot inside they tall hat. And your lady, she a hanger on, she a mole rat. Fat ass on a cat, tight dress, all black. Body out, come sit, find it, let's slop. She ain't never hear no shit like that. When I text a bitch, she gon' call right back. You know, I be popping it all. She like to wear them jeans off of her ass crack. One and I'm dropping her off. You know the savior, he gon' play you, but he still be getting favors. And slowly levitating like he on an elevator. Escalator, cause the shit be looking effortless. And I remember everything just like an elephant. Sharp is the sword when the sword cuts arms. Keep your hands closed cause I'm known to cut palms. I'm a don but I don't keep a chain or a charm, a plain or a foreign. I'm just saying that it's worn.
All right. That was Self Savior with Worn.
The energy, again, off the charts, right? Like the delivery on this, it's his patented style, so it's like no surprise, right? We know what we're getting here, but I think this one, especially with the understated kind of 94 boom bap, kind of straight hippity hop beat, I think really works with his voice and his energy really well. I would say that like this is a pretty good overall track if you're just kind of vibing with it and stuff. I would say that one of the parts that stuck out to me, right, in the year of 2023, you're still dropping a hard F, which is growing up in the forums, growing up in the 90s, like, yeah, it's just kind of just tossed around, right? I would say that, like, with the way of the world these days, whether you believe this way or not, you can definitely turn off a lot of audiences with it. So just because it rhymes with raggedy doesn't necessarily mean that you have to put it in there as a rhyming word. I think Self-Savior would be another one. I'd be interested to learn a little bit more about his writing process, or, I'm thinking that he doesn't freestyle these. I think he writes it. But I'd be interested to learn more about motivations and like, why he says the stuff he says.
What's with you and wanting to know people's processes? What's going on here?
It's fucking fascinating to me, right? Like the reason I write is like, oh, I'm in my feelings right now. Let's fucking put some metaphors around that and find, some place to get out my sad boy feels. And it's like some people, I think, that submit to us are just like, you know what? I just want to be fucking famous. I see these big booty bitches. I see these cars. And I'm just going to say stuff, auto-tune it, and hope I get famous. I don't think that's where Savior's coming from. I think he's old school, has been in the forums, I know, has just always been releasing music. So it's like, if it's not either one of those things, what could it be? This is your creative outlet where you're like, I just want to talk about the bitches I fuck.
Yo, why didn't somebody tell me we can get big booty bitches from this?
I mean, that's what they tell you in the music videos, but no. Have you ever been to a rap show? It's all fucking dudes. Biggest sausage fest ever.
Yeah, I don't miss those days at all. Never mind. You're right.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, you go ahead, go there then, Nikki. Nikki, what did you think of this?
I thought that this was good. Self-Savior's classic Self-Savior sound. Classic throwback vibes. I really liked. I love his delivery, his inflections on his different words. He plays with his words. I love it. It makes it interesting to listen to. I feel like this was a lot. It was the same type of. I mean, it was good energy, but it was the same type of energy across the board. Yeah, just good delivery. I liked his I think it was maybe delay he had on his inflections on some of the ends of his rhyme schemes. So those were nice too. But yeah, overall, I liked this. This was a nice vibe. Like I said, I feel like the energy was it was good energy, but it was the same across the board, maybe a little bit more variation in the hook for me to discern a little bit better. That's about it.
Yeah.
I like this. As I was listening to this, I'm trying to picture in my head, who does Self-Savior remind me of? And particularly on this project, the tracks that I've heard so far, he reminds me of Old Dirty Bastard with the way that he kind of hangs on some of his cadences.
I said that in one of the first ones, but it's very close.
The shimmy, shimmy, y'all style of ODB. But he has such an aggressive delivery that, even when he's talking about drooling on dicks or, all these multiple bitches that he knows. Man, how many bitches do you know, Self-Savior? Sidebar.
Name names.
Yeah, name some names. But he always has such an impactful delivery. And I think that what I mentioned last week is kind of like the only thing that I really can nitpick on him about, other than his topics, is just the quality and mixing. Maybe, I don't know whether it's the microphone or the mix, but I feel like that's the next level for him, is to take a step up in that direction. But I like this. This was a nice little throw it out there and see what people think. Kind of echo some of Bird's comments around word choice. People are going to say what they're going to say, but, in these days, sometimes you have to just consider, society changes, and do you want to adjust with society, or do you want to stick to your business? I mean, we know him as he is who he is. He's a stand-up dude, not really out to offend anybody. So you take it for what it is. But when you have a new listener and they hear stuff like that, you never know how they perceive it. So just something to consider.
Let me put it this way. I joined a separate Discord that was unrelated. It was about improv comedy, right? Posted up the White Collar Rhymes playlist, and there was a song in there. At one point, just a little Spotify preview, there was an F in there. And I was like, oh, like people are gonna feel a way about this in this scenario, right? Like they're not built for this. They aren't like internet forum rappers. So it just kind of made me think overall of like, damn, if you're really trying to put your music out there, get as many ears on it as possible, what are the repercussions for putting out something that, a large population of the world will hate.
Yeah, you're already excluding half of people that could be potential listeners because you've offended them within 5 seconds of a song.
All right. So with that said, moving right along to the next person up is none other than the dynamic duo themselves, Philly Regs and KP. They are back with another banger and biscuit. This time, bagels and brandy. Do those two objects go together? Is my first question. Have either of you alcoholics ever had bagels and brandy?
No, I've only had brandy like with stuff or like flavored.
I'll tell you this: I don't drink brandy because I'm not fucking 1,000 years old. I'm not Interview with a Vampire status. But also, fucking bagels. I've eaten in most things, right? Like bagels, I can eat a bagel for lunch with some eggs and cheese. I can eat it for lunch with cream cheese. I can eat it with dinner with ham and cheese. These are my 3 bagels.
And mozzarella.
Philly Regs says you're wrong. He's Portuguese, so brandy for breakfast is not a vampire activity. It's a Portuguese activity.
A Portuguese vampire, yeah.
You use brandy for saganaki, which is cheese, and it tastes okay with cheese.
All right, now y'all are just making up words.
Whatever.
Philly Regs, you should link up with Apizal. I believe he's from Portugal. All right, here's bagels and brandy.
From Portugal.
I want the mic. I want the mic. She wanna dance, I wanna fuck, she wanna bands, I wanna truck, she wanna zine, I never touch, keep it 100, I keep it a buck, calling the hand, double it up, they wanna stand, I run them up, I wanna bands, never enough, keep it 100, I keep it a buck, she wanna dance, I wanna fuck, she wanna bands, I wanna truck, she wanna zine, I never touch, keep it 100, I keep it a buck, calling the hand, double it up, they wanna stand, I run them up, I wanna bands, never enough, keep it 100, I keep it a buck. 4 in the morning, I hop in that Navy with bagels and brandy to take to my men. Bunch of assassins who dress like Bin Laden and trapped in the cabin to take out your head. Wager and best, make no mistake, they gon' make it like Wago and David Koresh. Straight to your steps, angel of death. Wait for the ammo to mangle your flesh. Don't wanna click in the link in your bio. I'm at an age where I easily tire. Dance on your grave like a Cinco de Mayo. This shit is flames and that make me a pyro. It doesn't end till they bring me the title. Lying to dead while they checking my vitals. Hand in the Bible, I am an idol. I wanna expire like I'm doing cryo. She wanna dance, I wanna fuck, she wanna bands, I wanna truck, she wanna sing, I never touch, keep it 100, I keep it a buck, calling the hand, double it up, they wanna stand, I run them up, I wanna bands, never enough, keep it 100, I keep it a buck, she wanna dance, I wanna fuck, she wanna bands, I wanna truck, she wanna sing, I never touch, keep it 100, I keep it a buck, calling the hand, double it up, they wanna stand, I run them up, I wanna bands, never enough, keep it 100, I keep it a buck.
4 in the morning, I hop in the forum with more ammunition to take to my men. Whole lot of killers, don't have any feelings, just know they gon' peel back the cap on your head. Pray for the best, know they gon' take what you got, it ain't fake when they making the threats. They want the checks, aiming the text, got your whole family paying respects. Swimming in money, I sink in the pile, this ain't a lie, we can take it to trial. I haven't stood on a stand in a while, cause there ain't a case with my name on the file. I'm scraping the play where you stay in denial, paving the way cause these haters are wild. Whole lot of simps, about to get rinsed, you give them an inch and they taking a mile.
She wanna dance, I wanna fuck, she wanna bands, I wanna truck, she wanna sing, I never touch, keep it 100, I keep it a buck, calling the hand, double it up, they wanna stand, I run them up, I wanna bands, never enough, keep it 100, I keep it a buck, she wanna dance, I wanna fuck, she wanna bands, I wanna truck, she wanna sing, I never touch, keep it 100, I keep it a buck, calling the hand, double it up, they wanna stand, I run them up, I wanna bands, never enough, keep it 100, I keep it a buck. She wanna dance, I wanna fuck, she wanna bands, I wanna truck, she wanna sing, I never touch, keep it 100, I keep it a buck, calling the hand, double it up, they wanna stand, I run them up, I wanna bands, never enough, keep it 100, I keep it a buck.
All right, that was Bagels and Brandy by Philly Regs and KP. Shut up. Stop it. Yeah, I really like almost everything that I've heard from you guys. I think there was one song last week that wasn't as cool as the first song that we heard. It wasn't bad, but I like this one. I think you guys have a dope style. You have a good ear for hooks as well as solid verses. I'm not mad at this. I like you guys. I want to hear more. I don't have anything negative to say because I know the feeling when somebody wants to dance and all you want to do is smash.
Yeah, this was definitely a banger. I'd give you a biscuit for it. But
Please, miss, can I get a biscuit?
can I have some more, please? But I really like this. You guys are both very comfortable on all the beats. Well, I think we heard one other one last week. On the other beats, and this one as well. Very comfortable and very obviously experienced rappers. You both have very nice cadences. I like the first, which I'm pretty sure was Philly Regs is the first guy. I liked your cadence particularly, and your specific like style and your faster raps. And I liked the second guy seemed a little bit more laid back and even more comfortable, but you both were very comfortable on the beat, just different energies that meshed very well with the song because neither was too much or too aggressive or anything. So it was just a nice overall song. And then the hook, I really liked the octave change on the second go around on the hook. It really added that depth to it, and just kind of kept the listener interested. So I really enjoyed this. I thought that it was a very nice track and very well put together, and mix is good and everything.
Yeah, this is dope. It's fucking dope. What do you know it's dope, you vampire motherfucker. You Portuguese vampire motherfucker. You know it's dope. Look, here's just a couple different things that I would say, this is dope. Here's what would make it a fucking smash hit. And this again, hot take, my opinion. I thought the reverb was a lot, right? I think that I hear a lot going on in the background for the vocals. I'm imagining your vocals just crisp over that beat, and I'm imagining it being a little better, slightly marginal increases. I think that the hook for me, it was very catchy. It was very cool. By the time the ending part got around, it did feel a little long. I could see you cutting it down to just 8 bars instead of a full 16, right? You did a hook and then another hook in a different octave. I could see you just getting away with one. And overall, I think both guys did their thing. The first verse was slightly better just from a writing standpoint, but both guys had a lot of good energy and I think matched the beat well. That is my word, and I stand on it. And I stand on that.
Philly Regs, when you eat sausages, do you really just put your gun next to your knife? Are you left-handed? Is that why are you just cutting with your right hand and then you swap it back over? When you guys cut up your food, do you cut with your dominant hand or do you cut with your weak hand?
Both.
What do you mean both?
Both? You
Both?
switch back and forth?
Yeah.
Why?
What?
I don't know, just depending on whatever I grab.
Nikki, I'm going to describe your life in one word.
I shoot pool with both and stuff too. I use both my hands for everything.
Are you ambidextrous?
Mm-hmm.
Since when?
Forever. I can do some things with both hands.
No, ambidextrous means you can do all things with both hands.
I can bat right and left-handed. I can shoot pool right and left-handed.
Because you can doesn't mean you should. You should be better at one side than the other. There's no way you're equally good.
I'm better left-handed than right-handed.
Well, then do that, right?
But I'm right-handed with everything else.
Yeah, then just do the talent.
I don't know. I think I cut with my left hand. I think it's the motions that are like this. I'm better with my left hand.
Jesus Christ. Nikki, my one word to describe your life is aloof.
What?
Aloof. That is my description of your life.
I say silly. Silly is my word.
Silly.
Okay.
I'm
Just
just
like,
kidding.
oh, I have a steak in front of me. Which hand do I use to cut?
The doctor would say giddy.
What? It's like, well, I happened to accidentally pick up my left, so I guess I'm cutting with that one now.
I don't know. It just seems weird to just put your handgun right there while you're eating. But she got ops. Nikki says that she has ops, which was very weird.
Well, and it's also facing the plate, right? You're like, you know what? I'm gonna put it this way, facing me, while I eat.
No, I think it's facing the right way.
Is it?
Yeah, that's the
The one
handle.
in the top right?
Yeah, it's the handle right here.
No. Oh no, I see it. Yeah, okay. It's just barely
Yeah.
there. I'm old. I got old eyes. You're right. You're holding your gun right while you eat bangers
Yeah,
and a biscuit.
That way, if you got to pop a op, you're all locked and loaded and ready to go.
I don't have a book.
Ray's got the
Keep a
blicky.
baseball bat in my car.
All right. New track alert. Here is Passive featuring King Zig, Trendsetter.
What? Oh, this is gonna be good. I can tell already. Perfect for these motherfuckers.
I bet it makes sense after. I am not a rapper no more. I'm an ambassador, a campaign, a fucking brand name, a fucking trendsetter. Go get her, don't get her. None of that shit. It's crazy how some 80s babies hate me. The 90s more important though. I put on for that 803, the city known for assertive tones. Passive was cut from a cloth, the fabric of lost souls in a funeral home. I didn't know what it meant at the start of it. Now I think I got it under control. Coming from me, you never know what you gon' get. Fuck it, I'm running this bitch. The more that I want it, the harder to get it. Look what the economy did. I laid in some pussy, had us a kid. Then I went did it again. I'm about to do it again. Yeah, I don't like to write shit. Got pain in my right wrist. Never had to cite shit. I just had to fight fists. I woke up at 4 or 5. Business before 6. Business for 12 hours. You bitches can suck a dick. Fuck, I look like in a foreign whip. I call an Uber to give me a lift. Pay some extra, get it fully equipped. Speaking of BM, she got a coupe at the crib. Give a salute to the kid. Pass the rapper, the catalytic converters. One of the rarest you ever heard of. The word is the word. I bet it makes sense after. I am not a rapper no more. I'm an ambassador, a campaign, a fucking brand name, a fucking trendsetter. Go get her, don't get her. None of that shit.
Passive, so aggressive, way we rap it, leave you breathless. This set list will have you getting eaten up for breakfast. No set trips, no message. I'm just here to murder ya. My girl be looking bad, I appreciate the curvature. Hope you like the confidence, the real is what I serve to ya. I ain't been smoking the weed, I get off this band, I might just burn it up. Breaking the brick down quick, trying to get rich, it's like the purge to us. Please don't be hitting my celly, ain't nothing to tell me unless it's urgent, bruh. Yeah, my vernacular spectacular. Plays that go through me, cause you can see I'm the ambassador. Beefing with us crazy better, hope it don't get back to us. Gotta pull me off him, I keep going when he's had enough. Damn, y'all got me back up on my villain shit. Back when I was trapping and my family wasn't feeling it. This just a reminder so you know just who you dealing with. I won't leave no witnesses cause I can't do no prison bid. King,
I bet it makes sense after. I am not a rapper no more. I'm an ambassador, a campaign, a fucking brand name, a fucking trendsetter. Go get her, don't get her. None of that shit.
All right. That was Passive the Rapper and King Zig. Guessing trendsetter. Doing Dice's job for him was kids bugging him.
You got it.
Nailed it. Yeah, I fucking love this. Got my little milkhead bobbing left and right the whole time. I'm like, you know, even doing some shoulder shimmies. Like this is shimmying music. I'm a big fan of what happened here. I think the energy was perfect. I loved the first verse. Passive when he said something about like, what am I gonna do with a foreign whip? I'll get an Uber for a lift. Like pretty funny lines throughout. The mix could use some improvement, right? I think the hook especially was way too loud. I think turn down the hook. Zig felt like it was mixed a little different too. Like you could kind of hear the noticeable difference in the quality. And I think with maybe some effects, you can kind of buff that out a little bit. And like his overdubs, I would say maybe turn those up because I think they got buried a little bit with a verse like Zig's where he's just like going and going. You want those overdubs to be present so you can kind of really hear the emphasis on some of the lines. Obviously, different mics. I'm saying that I think taking another swipe at it mix-wise, having maybe another engineer take a look at the stems or whatever, maybe they can buff out some of those differences. Overall, really great though, and I think it was a perfect collab.
Yeah, I agree. I really enjoyed your guys' tone and cadences. Your guys' sound together just sounds really good. Passive, his creativity with your your energy kind of just made an awesome collab here. I liked your Passive's lyrics. His it was very, very starting of his verse, like a couple lines in when you were like passive cut from a cloth. I liked that whole scheme. That was a nice little scheme there. And then of course I'm like, oh, so Passive is right-handed with your lyrics. Funny that came up after we were talking about that. I had to make a note. Zig, I liked your change in the speeds that you did throughout this. I don't know, you guys matched each other's energy so well. You did have a couple different quality issues than Passive had, but like you recorded on a different mic, of course. You had a couple plosives here or there I like and appreciate. But yeah, I overall enjoyed this. I enjoyed this very, very well. I definitely I agree with the overdubs and Zig's energy because your energy is so much because you attack beats, which is awesome. But I definitely agree with that. What Bird said there, very good observation. But yeah, this was good, guys. I like this a lot.
Yeah, good stuff. Vocals definitely are sitting loud across the entire track to me. I definitely feel like you could tone those down a little bit in the mid to high range and have it sitting more on par with the beat. Wasn't quite sure how I felt about the end of the hook, but I feel like it was creative enough where I'm like, doesn't matter how I feel about it. It's definitely a catchy, unique vibe and approach to it. And for Zig, even though Zig kind of had his similar approach to it, I think this is kind of like what I mean as far as his beat choice, where he had that drop in his verse and it made it just kind of stand out a little bit more rather than just constant beat on loop, constant lyrics thrown at your ears. So like stuff like that, like change ups in the beat help it really kind of like elevate what you do lyrically and vocally. So I like it overall. I just think mix could be a little bit sharper, blended in a little bit better. What's wrong, Birdie?
Just all sorts of things. What isn't wrong, Dice?
It's November.
That's horrible. It's very wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't be November.
Wade C on YouTube says, tune these nuts to the mid-high region. Is that? Thank you for sharing your kink.
Yeah.
Hide your wife, hide your kids. He's tuning his nuts on stream.
Weird flex, but okay. All right. Next up, we have Mayfield Beats. Shout out Mayfield Beats. He's now using MP3s instead of video files. We now know the name of the beat before we press play on it. The beat is called After Hours, and I now know that he is not in his mid to early 20s. He's 17. He corrected me on that because he did not want to be aged beyond years. So my apologies, Mayfield
Who
Beats.
knows?
Probably being a little bit older. Fun being old, right? Right, guys?
Honestly, having assets, right? Like having to not ask for permission to go somewhere. Yeah, pretty great.
Yeah, it's awesome. Good times. All right, here's Mayfield Beats. This is called After Hours. This Mayfield Beats with After Hours, a little bit of a funky up tempo thing there. I
Yeah.
would like to hear King Zig do something on that. I think it would definitely get him out of his comfort zone and force him to kind of play with the beat a little bit and work around the beat rather than just rap his ass off and do what he does. But particular to this beat, I feel like you need something deep in the layers towards the end just to kind of give it more body and more progression. But overall, I like the funkiness of it. It reminds me of some 2000s Timbaland when he was doing a lot of work with Missy and Magoo. Shout out Magoo. Um, but yeah, I like this one. I think this is good because I think the beats that we've heard from you so far, they've typically had a lot of instruments in it, and I don't feel like there's too much or too little. I think this is a nice balance. It's just got a different style to it, so I like it.
Yeah, 100%. This made sense, right? All of the layers made sense on this. Now, you've got a solid foundation. What I would be looking for on this one is you got to do some switch ups in the melody specifically, right? You got dun, 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 dun. And then it's kind of that throughout, right? I need something more. I need, maybe go up an octave, maybe switch up the whatever. You're the fucking producer. Just switch up the melody. And then I think that'll keep the listener interested, engaged. I could see somebody rapping like Zig over this. It just needs a little bit of switch ups and you're good.
Yeah, I agree. I liked this. I liked the energy of it. It came in, pretty high energy. So I definitely could see where you think that Zig would be good on this, because he's a high energy artist. But yeah, it came in high energy and then just didn't really leave from that same energy. So it does need more variation, like some sort of change up. Even about, I noticed it started getting a little bit loopy about 30 seconds in, and I'm like, okay, I hope there's a little bit more variation throughout it. And it kind of just did the same thing over and over instead of having a change up. With that being said, like obviously you would want a very creative artist on it. But if you don't happen to get a very creative artist that can play with their own words to make the beat more exciting, you might want to just change up something in it a little bit. Just in case. I think that it would only enhance it. It wouldn't hurt this beat at all. So definitely that.
What celebrity artist could y'all see on this beat? I think outside of Ludacris, Busta Rhymes, maybe Twista. Some good choices there. Guess I'm the only one who's going to participate in that question, so I'll just move the fuck along.
Yeah, I didn't want to. Not mine.
My bad.
Thought
we were.
I guess I should have been more verbal. Pass.
Yes. Thought we were engaging with the chat a little bit, but I guess
No.
I literally wrote on this who would go on this beat on the bottom of my page because it's like I couldn't see myself. Or
Passive, have you never heard Ludacris's first album? I'm curious now. My curiosity is piqued.
Logic.
Logic? I don't think Logic on here. Unless you're talking Loose Logic.
I think I don't care. I should have stuck with pass.
Honey Yayo is an insane choice that I'm going to take as a message to move right along.
Nori.
Nelly.
All right. Guys, I get it. I don't remember who this is by.
This is fun.
Somebody showed up in Passive's Friday show and they dropped a couple links, and I put this one in this show, but I forgot to mention who it was. So I'm going to press play and figure out who it was while we listen, and maybe I'll remember.
Seven figures, comma, 7 figures, 7 figures, comma, 7 figures, 7 figures, comma, 7 figures, 7 figures, comma. Got checks underway, about to clear it and hold it. Pockets on swole bills, too thick for folding. Gotta thank my God for all that it showed me. No necklace on yet, but my chest is glowing. Shining so bright that it's golden. Broke through the molding, finally uncracked the code and put it how you see it to manifest. Added 10, count up the sequence like calculus, stacking it, rinse and repeat it, believe it, achieve it. Keep all of that green in the cabinet and you get. Keep all of that green in the cabinet and you get 7 figures, 7 figures, comma, 7 figures, 7 figures, comma, 7 figures, 7 figures, comma, 7 figures, 7 figures, comma. I tell the teller, count out those C notes, I need those. Gotta give back to my people, put dope on these tracks, but I'm selling it legal. Been putting in work, that OT, I don't freeload. Reload or up one more beat than re-rapper. Don't notice problems, I focus on answers. Like USPS, man, I post my own package, get 100% where you own your masters. Like USPS, man, I post my own package, get 100% where you own your master. 7 figures, 7 figures, comma, 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 7 figures, 7 figures, comma,
comma, 7 figures, 7 figures, comma.
Was 7 Figures by Tre Tru.
Fingers.
No, figures, not fingers.
Oh.
Seven fingers.
Isn't the
7 fingers.
No, it's not the podcast, y'all. Calm down. All right. Trey, yeah, I like this one better than the track that I heard Friday, because on Friday you suffered from, which I'm going to say it again anyway, but you suffered from saying the same thing over and over to the point where it was annoying. You did it in this one, but it wasn't like egregious enough where I say, you know, get the fuck out of here with your 7 figures. Although towards the end, I think you could have just not done it so many times, or maybe said it a little bit differently. The one thing that I think was kind of holding this track back was the blatant pauses. Even in the hook, you had like a pause there, and that one pause near the end. Those were kind of like, what is that? What is going on here? Why did you stop? And then just resume, like we're just supposed to all be on the same page. Like if we were at a party and then you like we're walking side by side to go talk to a couple of nicely young, scantily clad ladies, and then you stop and I keep going and I look back like what the fuck is going on, and then you just keep walking. That's basically what I equate that to. It's like you just stop while we're mid stride and then you just keep going like nothing happened. So get the hiccup out of your vocal performance and turn down the reverb. Reverb is excessive, too much. I hate it. Don't like it. No.
Yeah, reverb was crazy. Like that is straight up like fucking I think I hear voices, lock me up. There's 10 people shouting in my brain right now. Definitely take that effect way the fuck down. I didn't mind this. I liked the beat. He had a good energy on it. The 7 figures was not it for me. I didn't hear the one on Friday. For me, I was like, skip next, right? Like just fast forward. The verses were better than the chorus. I would say like on both verses, you gave up writing on the last 2 lines. You just started to say a line and then you paused, and you started to say a line and you paused because, yeah, I get it. It was leading into the chorus, but what a waste of 2 lines, man. It's like, if you stack up the green, then you can get a, if you stack up the green, then you can get a 7 figure. It's like, who cares? It's not. Just think about that when you're writing, man. Like every fucking line counts. Everything that you say matters. Real rhymes matter. So
no, they don't.
There's that.
Yeah. So your lyrics, I liked some of your lyrics and some of them I was confused by. Like Bird, like some of your lyrics were like kind of like high vibrational, like speaking it into existence type shit. And then it kind of just went into 7 figures. And I feel like, yes, the reverb was a lot, but I feel like there was just, it seemed so bare. Like, I don't know. It just needed it needed something more. I feel like you should have someone else do this hook. I think that you should look into maybe collabing with someone else with some different, almost like a sing-song type energy for the hook to make it a little bit more interesting. Because it might be, I don't know if it's the cadence or the melody that you have when you're saying it. But I feel like it would fit better if maybe someone else stepped in and did it, or maybe you did it more of maybe more of a singing. But that's how I feel about the hook. But yeah, I liked. At first, I was a little bit worried at the beginning of it, but I liked it a little bit better as it went on. But yeah, with the hook, I feel like there could be something else done to it. But yeah, definitely a little bit more depth in this track instead of having so much reverb on it. I think that would help if you could pad it a little bit more. Would help. You wouldn't need it, But you have, foundational rapper. You're a good rapper. Definitely just I don't know what it is with the hook. I feel like for me it's the melody, maybe the emphasis that you say on when you're figures.
Seven figures.
Yeah, like maybe do like a singing like
Bingo.
seven figures, you know, like something just a little bit, I don't know, to change it up a little bit and just get people into it a little bit more.
Question for the artists in the chat, and mostly Ray, because passive listens and I don't see anybody else other than Ray who is a rapper. When we suggest things like get somebody else on the hook, do you motherfuckers actually listen, or are we just talking to a brick fucking wall? Because I feel like we've suggested this to other people and passive is giving me sassy, milky response, but I exclude him because he does listen when we say, why don't you do this? And he fucking goes and does it. So thank you very much, passive, but that's why I excluded you. But when we're like, hey, why don't you get somebody else on the hook? Historically, I don't feel like you assholes listen. And
to be fair, you're not fucking God. What do you fucking know? What do I fucking know? Maybe they like their bad hook.
I'm not God, but I'm just asking, like, should we just stop giving you fuckers suggestions? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what do you want us to tell you? Like we say, hey, go get another voice on the hook, and you're like, no, fuck you. Okay, my bad. I won't say that.
There's also the option. Here's where I'm at. I think that you could also just maybe redo it. There's obviously something we dislike about the hook, right? For me, I didn't like the way you said seven figures, and then you did it, 20 more times. Yeah,
I was like, I wasn't sure if it was the melody, the cadence, or like certain inflection that he had on it. Like, I think it would be better, even just a different way.
Yeah, so you can redo it or not. But my suggestion would be redo it. If you redo it and it's still not there, maybe get someone else. I think this booming bass and with what the style you're trying to go for, maybe a little bit deeper voice, maybe somebody like, for lack of a better word, it just didn't have the swag that it needed for it to be seven figures. It's like seven figures. That's how I felt.
Get AWOL on the hook.
Yeah. Get the most robot man that you can. Pitch that down.
Get AWOL on the hook and get a feature from Ray, and that will elevate this track.
Are you just shooting out fucking strays?
No.
Because Ray is my favorite rapper in the Discord, so I will take no Ray slander.
Oh, we're going to hear from Ray tonight. Guarantee it.
Bet we are.
But first, Kwami Soul. And shout out SmoovRihx. Thank you for listening to us trash on your awesome beats. I'm glad that you listened to us. But yeah, Tre Tru, I like this song better than the last one, most notably because this one is not about Jesus. All right, here's Kwami.
This is what your life like. Try to live the life right. People really know you push your buttons like type right. This is like a
Bird's favorite song.
It's really very lifelike. Every single night right.
Where the fucking God?
My daddy told me it ain't Christ-like. I was screaming at the referee just like Mike. Looking for a bright light. Seagull, what your life like? Riding on a white bike, feeling like a sight bike. Pressing on the gas, supernova for a night light. Screaming at my dad and he told me it ain't Christ-like. But nobody never tell you when you're being like Christ. Only ever seeing me, only when they need me. Like a Tyler Perry made a movie for BT, searching for a deity. Now you wanna see it free, now you wanna see if we let you see it through your piece. Tell me what your life like, turning down a bright light. Driving with my dad and he told me it ain't Christ-like. I'm just trying to find, I've been looking for a new way. I'm just really trying not to really do the fool way. I don't have a cool way, being on my best though. Rock up on the text though, nothing else next though. Not another word, let a picture or a decimal. Wrestling with God, I don't really wanna rest so. Man, it's really lifelike, everything in my life. Arguing with my dad and he said it ain't Christ-like. Man. You know it's like somebody only close you can get you like off your. I woke up this morning, I said my prayers, I'm all doing good. I try to talk to my dad.
I'm only pausing it because I'm getting straight into the feedback of the beat. I don't need the vocals over this beat, and the beat is just a loop, and there's really nothing going on here that gets me engaged and gets me excited about it. I would rather just hear this beat without you slapping some vocals on it. But
Oh my fucking God, yes.
The beat itself, it needs more. It needs something other than just being looped for 2 or even not even 2 minutes, a minute and a half. So it's a good starting point, but it needs more to it. It's not enough. Is where I'm at with that.
Let me start off by saying this fucking Kanye verse is the biggest piece of dog shit to ever exist in any fucking universe, in any genre. This fucking Kanye verse, we've heard on previous podcasts. I spent an hour fucking yelling at Dice about it. I don't know why you thought this would be a good idea to use over your plain ass beat, because his dumbass lyrics of the same fucking Christ-like, like Christ, excite bike, I like, Reich. Like, okay, yeah, I remember my first day of preschool. Get the fuck out of here, Kanye. You're a Nazi and you're not welcome. That being said, the beat, mute. The beat, yeah, it's a starting point. Definitely needs some drums. There's some interesting samples in there. I like some of the melodies, but yeah, you're right. It needs a little bit more switch up, and you need to have some drums that kick in. Maybe, let's say 16 to 24 bars in, probably 16. Get a drop in there, put some drums in, get a solid, like, I see a hip hop, like, boom bap sort of feel to it. Get the fucking Kanye Nazi shit off and get like a DJB on it. That's where it's at.
So yeah, for this, it was really hard for me to try to listen to much of anything that was being said because of the beat, that it was so loud. And it was just like, like just almost the whole time, like just use a different beat. Because I do like listening to your lyrics and such, and it was really hard for me to really listen to much of anything over the beat. So that's my main complaint here. I like your energy and everything. The
vocals were Kanye West.
Completely?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
I fucking know. Why? Why
indeed? That's what I was saying. The biggest piece of shit with the worst verse he's ever done. Why are people using this?
I don't listen to shit.
I have to say that the call that I got was Passive the Rapper demanding that the Kanye West disrespect come to an end.
Well,
but he said
what
good
shit. Engaging here.
The beat.
Put this together. Just the beat.
Kwami Soul is a producer.
Loud. I didn't like the yelling in the beat. So, how are you supposed to do anything with anybody over it with the beat like that?
It's like when EDM people put vocal samples over their beats. That's all.
But it's mixed in with the beat, not like clashing with it. It doesn't fight it. It works with it. It's different. EDM is completely different than this.
Are you sure?
100%.
Wow.
Bieber, do you think EDM's the same as this?
I think that this is the devil's dick, and anyone that likes this is a fucking Satanist who cracks a baby's skull open only to fuck it.
All right.
That's what I think.
Likely.
Guys are very passionate right now.
Yeah.
It's just a beat. Just a 1 minute and a half loop. Everybody's all amped up.
I didn't make the rules. Bunch of baby skull fuckers on
Apparently
here.
you did. Apparently you did.
I didn't make the rules.
Bert, question for you. What do you have against llamas and donkeys?
Look, llamas and donkeys are fine, but not when they're being used for sacrificial purposes. You fucking slit their llama throats, use their bones in the insertion of anal sex against an unwilling participant. That's what that beat is.
I just think it was a lot of things clashing. It was too much.
Kwami Soul, I'm not sure if you even got some feedback out of this, so I apologize.
Probably not.
But
I
yeah,
got some feedback from me.
I need more from the loop. That's really where I'm at. More than just a 8-second loop is what I feel like you have here. 8 seconds looped for a minute and a half. So
Yeah, of somebody going, "Ah!" Like it's just so loud.
yeah. Well. All right. I feel like we got all worked up. Let's do some woo-saw, everybody. Everybody take a deep breath in. Let that bad mojo out. Let's follow God like Kanye West politely asked us to, instead of talking about skull fucking whatever it is that you want to skull fuck.
I honestly don't think I can even name a couple Kanye songs.
Unless it's a consenting adult.
Kanye West is the product of butt sex.
Oh.
I mean, the vagina is pretty close to the butt, so.
Well, I mean, like truffle butter.
It can get confusing down there. I mean, I'm not blaming the man or his parents.
I feel like you are.
Gina on YouTube is asking if they could submit song somewhere other than Discord.
I'll leave that answer up to Daniel Bird himself.
You know what? Throw it in there. I'm feeling awfully nice right now.
Really? You don't seem like you're feeling awfully
nice. Yeah, G-Man. I'll hook you up. Why not?
All right. While G-Man gets the link fired up, we'll go ahead and play this classic banger that Bird posted from DZK. Well, it's not a classic. Isn't this one new?
No. So I hit him up. He said he wanted to submit for today's music review show. I do believe that this is an older song. He's getting back into music. I used to listen to him back in the day. So he's like, yo, how do I submit? I was like, I got you. And this is the song you wanted us to review. So might have heard this 10 years ago. We'll find out.
Yeah. So welcome back to the hip hop scene, DZK. For those of you who don't know, DZK was the HWIC back in the early 2000s. If I
Head
can say
white
that.
in charge.
Yeah, there you go.
I can say it. I can say it about my people.
There you go. He was the man back in the early 2000s on forums. So he came back to our Discord recently, made some demands, and here we are to oblige. So here is DZK with Kill Everyone.
Happy to do it.
Hopefully this doesn't get us banned.
It's been too long since I have broadcast. I return to you now as the dawn cracks. As the sky bleeds, I'm weaving a flight path over black seas from the seat of my light craft. I was off track, relearning to write raps like a blind man who has dreams with his sight back. My apathetic attitude so pathetic, I wouldn't wish it on my competition even if it made me better. Often headed off in opposite directions, a regression of these skills I had developed as a weapon. The war lab had fallen to a pile of rusted metal, stone and rubble. In the middle of it, I'm clutching an umbrella. My squad looking up at me like what the fuck had happened. I was gone, but I'm back now. Salute your fucking captain. With my arrival comes revival. Now it's time for renovation. Start a fire with this Bible.
I'm not the same man that you once knew. I have grown and I have changed and I know. This is what I tell myself until he comes to me. When he tells me to kill everyone. Kill everyone. Kill everyone. Kill everyone. Kill everyone. Hear me.
My voice beckons you and deafens any peasants unprepared for my presence. The message,
fear me.
And you will live to learn the lesson that if you should ever cross me, I will cave your fucking head in. The very second that you doubted me, I wrote until my fingers broke and bones poked out of me. Back at the academy, dissecting anatomy of every battle rapper that had challenged me dramatically. Naturally in orbit from the drugs I had ingested, hovering above my body as if astrally projected. I encountered what I thought to be a demon, and he said to me, "In reach of our return, leave the rest to me." And in that moment I knew surely what had spoken. The beast that had resurfaced had become my sole focus. Awakened, enormous, swarming like locusts, and forming this verse like a curse from the horseman.
I'm not the same man that you once knew. I have grown and I have changed and I am new. This is what I tell myself until he comes to me. When he tells me to kill everyone. Kill everyone. Kill everyone. Kill everyone. Kill everyone.
All right, that was DZK with Kill Everyone. Nikki, how did you feel about the head white in charge?
About what?
DZK.
Well, he's a very, very good rapper. I'm guessing if Bird posted him, it's like a friend or somebody that is.
We just all know of each other from back in 20 years ago.
It's one of your guys.
Yeah.
What do you mean,
like,
you
just
guys?
Yeah, what do you mean by that?
I'm not one of your guys' guys. I'm one of the new girls.
So just for a little more context, yeah, I used to listen to a lot of DZK records back in the day. He's a very well-known internet music maker, battler, pretty like famous on rap music circles. And just recently, he's getting back into music. I shared the Discord, and he shared this music for me to post here for our review.
After he repeatedly told me, I can't see the chat. I can't see the chat. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? You're in the lounge, say you can't see the chat. And we got that cleared up. And he deleted it.
Little technical difficulties, maybe.
That makes sense why I think he's a skilled rapper then, because he definitely is. I like his energy. I like his different. He also has the ability to like play with his schemes and his words. I've noticed like he bounces them back and forth like with his different schemes, and it makes it interesting and fun to listen to. I liked his wordplay and his rhymes when he's like, "I'm back, salute your fucking captain." I liked that, and then the scheme that came after it. I feel like it's my only issue with it, because I'm not this type of kill everyone person, was the kill everyone part. I'm like, I hate that this says this, but that's just me because I'm like sunshine. But I definitely see the place for this, and I definitely enjoyed it still, even though it said that. But yeah, the title and the whole part of it, I was like, what? But that's just for me myself. But I definitely would listen to other things that DZK has done. Yeah, he just kind of flowed. It all just went together really, really well. It kind of reminded me almost like a horrorcore type rap without the screaming, just because of the style of his lyricism. So.
And see, my favorite part of this was how he said "kill everyone" over and over. I loved that part.
No, don't.
It's my favorite part. Yeah, actually, I had never heard this, so my first time reacting, I would say that one thing that immediately jumped out to me was his command of tone. And what I mean by that was the cadences, the way that he delivered his words, like it was all very intentional. And that just comes with, like, you could tell years and years of experience, right? I didn't think that it was just lyrical miracle. I thought that there was a lot of imagery, right? Talking about like being in the seat of a spaceship. He was talking about the War Lab, label, and kind of how it crashed down and people looking to him, and how he was making a return. That was 10 years ago. So I guess, the return after the return is back. Delivery, lyrics. I loved all of this. I'd say that for me, the one part that was pretty weak was the hook. I didn't like the hook. I didn't think it stood out, and I think that was partially to do with the mix. I think adding some more layers to the hook to flesh it out a little bit more and increasing the volume might kind of be the thing that pushes that over the top for me.
Yeah. I'm going to pick on Ray a little bit here when we talk about the lyrical miracle. One thing that always impressed me about DZK is that he does that thing where people who spend hours upon hours of writing all these intricate, like, I'm going to rhyme every single word in this line with every single word in the next line. The one thing that he does really awesome in his delivery is he makes it sound like a natural, like Bird said, it's like a natural tone. Like, he knows how to use inflection where it's needed versus just kind of like, okay, I need to get through these words to put emphasis on this word.
Right.
Whereas it doesn't sound forced. Like, he can rhyme 8 words in a row and it just sounds like, okay, he meant to do that. He wasn't just doing that to be like, look how fucking clever and witty I am. He's like really telling you something in those. And I always respected him for that because he didn't come off as the typical internet MC, I should say. And that's kind of why he was King of the Whites at a time, just because he did it so much better than everybody else. I wouldn't say that he was probably the best, lyricist, probably not the best at hooks, as we can tell from this one. The hook was probably the least impressive part of this, but he was so masterful at his delivery that people just had to fucking respect it, whether you liked it or not. That said, the hook was kind of the low point of this for me because it kind of like took a step back from that momentum in the verses, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna do some typical, I don't want to be racist here, but nerdy white shit. I'm gonna kill everybody in the robot voice. I didn't feel it. Didn't catch my attention at all. I was like, yeah, whatever. But yeah,
cool guy with the sunglasses wasn't feeling it.
Mike Nicky here. I don't want to kill everybody. Not on this track, at least. Maybe if you put on Ludacris's track where he's like, fuck my job, then I'll kill everybody. All right. But that said, yeah, I mean, dude can rap. I'm never going to knock him for that. So it would be interesting to hear him really get back in the groove and hear some modern DZK. Because, I mean, like he was talking about in here, like even if you scroll down on this shit, like there was a time where everybody in their fucking mom was trying to rap over a Shadowville beat. Like he made that production group like a household name for quite some time. Yeah. Just because he was solely using their beats. So you can't knock the dude for the movement that he had. So I hope that he returns consistently and it's not just like I'm gonna do it because people keep asking me on Facebook every other fucking minute and I'm annoyed as fuck.
We're really giving the people some old internet fucking rap forum history today.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of like full circle here, like white collar rhymes. That's kind of what we originally envisioned, right? We all started out same as him, rapping on forums, and then we kind of fucked off to day jobs. He fucked off to a little bit of fame for a bit, and then he just kind of disappeared. And you see it in this, like Bird said, he returned 11 years ago, dropped this track, disappeared again, and he's kind of resurfacing here. So it's kind of hitting the nail in people's heads of like, look, you can do whatever you want in your day job, but you don't have to just stop making music and disappear. Like, we got to be able to help people find some sort of balance. With him, it's got to be a little bit different because he's got some sort of fame and recognition behind his name, but the dude shouldn't be so annoyed that he just kind of just gives up on rap altogether. Like, maybe we can spark some sort of passion in him where he does it consistently because he enjoys it, not doing it because somebody's going to pay him $500 for a DZK verse, which I think that's kind of what he fell into the last time he started doing music again. So, if you see him actually participate in the Discord, show the man a little bit of love. Like, let's see if we can get that dude to find his spirit again naturally and not just because, people know who he is.
Let us lift you up on angels' wings. Yeah, man. Shout out. Thanks for stopping by. Obviously a pleasure. So look forward to hearing more.
Yeah. All right. Next up is our New Zealand favorite, Bad Conduct.
Oh, when are we getting a gig?
No, this is called. I don't. Hold on, I gotta download it because long ass title here. Get away with at the Maori.
Come again?
That's what it says. Get away with at the Maori.
All
right. Yeah. Same thing I said. All right. You like it? I love it.
G-Man, did you post a fucking link? He's saying he's still here. Okay,
G-Man.
we good?
Yeah, G-Man, as soon as you drop a link, we'll play it. Just put it in the chat. Hey, Loose Logic is here.
Oh, the loosest of the logic.
Loose, did you ever do a track with DZK or y'all just knew of each other? Let us know. Well,
Delta Zeta Kappa. I don't know what it actually stands for. Maybe his initials or something. But I do remember him saying Delta Zeta Kappa a lot.
I forgot. I know there was one song that I think he explained it from. You might be right, and this may answer that question. Is like he was at a fraternity or sorority party, and he like fell asleep, and the girls had wrote in marker all over. And I think that was it, Delta Zeta Kappa, all over his like face and body. And when he woke up and he looked in the mirror, he's like, "What the fuck is this?" And so he just kind of stuck with that. I think that was the origin. I have to find the song, but there's a song about it. All right, here's Bad Conduct. I'm not going to repeat this horrible title of the track. That's the first thing you should fix.
Now tell me, how do I return? How do I get back to that place I yearn? It's burning me inside, stand in the flames, watching the ashes blow away, thinking, how do I find my way? How do I?
Too many times I've been left to my own devices, and I can't seem to get out of my head. I seem to be stuck with this pain again. I can't escape, can't get away from it no matter how hard I try. All I see in my eyes is the pain that I face, and I can't get away. I just wanna get back to that place again. How do I find my way? How do I find my way? Now tell me, how do I return? How do I get back to that place I yearn? It's burning me as I stand in the flames, watching the ashes blow away, thinking, how do I find my way? How do I?
I've been looking in deep into my mind, there's a knowing that it's starting with me. If I decide to take a thought, they say it's harder to reach against the tide to cut away the parts I don't really need. Just like my pride. So this time I saw, and I came to settle the scores, the fame can wait till the doors clear, can take the blame, it's not yours, it's mine, so alright. Do no longer have to hide when I die, then I'll smile. No longer have to lie to you and I. One day I know the hill I have to climb up, the system and the way it is designed. A front to cover all the pictures till you're blind. The sun is bad to look directly in the eyes, and I want an epiphany, gonna need to test my limits so I can see if I'm living. G, taking the rest of forgiveness, giving a hit of what you sipping. Be a nigga when you need it, when it's cleaner I'll be sipping tea.
Now tell me, how do I return? How do I get back to that place I yearn? It's burning me as I stand in the flames, watching the ashes blow away, thinking, how do I find my way? How do I?
If I follow this road, will I understand? Will I be the creature falling on my habits so wonderland? Cause I'm a teacher, I'm a student who challenged the outer plan. Yeah, I need to find a way, I like it did, I'm just a man. Where is God? Cause I think I need the energy awaited. You had a thing I need to say to you, I hesitated. What's the point of making wonders when you're only gonna break them? Living life into destruction in the cycle of creation all day.
Now tell me, how do I return? How do I get back to that place I yearn? It's burning me as I stand in the flames, watching the ashes blow away, thinking, how do I find my way? How do I?
So this was all right. So the hook, I would say, is too experimental, right? And what I mean by that is you're doing all these crazy rhyme schemes that, the chat's saying that doesn't work with the beat. I think if it was like a verse part, maybe, but like the hook needs to be simple. It needs to be repeatable, catchy, right? And it's not easy to sing along to that, right? I would say overall, you had a lot of parts where the flow, you just kind of fell off beat. I think the just figuring out the tempo, if it's just to simplify everything, putting a rhyme on the snare as a baseline and then kind of building out and then trying to be a little bit more experimental might suit you. I didn't mind the melody. I liked the way that you delivered the things, and there were parts that I really liked. I think it's just the flow falling off, the kind of the rhyme schemes not really working in some of the parts. It made for a tough listen. Also, the quality of it, the hook was way too sharp, and I think could be lowered, as well as kind of smooth out those edges, baby. Just smooth it out. Overall, not bad as far as a first attempt, but some rewriting could help. Rewriting and remixing.
What did you think about this track?
I really think that your cadence and your delivery has improved a lot. Bad Conduct, in my personal opinion, hearing you over the past, probably couple months, I feel like your actual like emotion inside of your lyrics in your delivery is gotten exponentially better. And I definitely that's my main comment on this whole thing is on this entire composition that you have here is the fact that I do feel like you have improved exponentially in regards to that, because that is something that I have consistently commented on was, wanting to hear less of sounding like sometimes you can sound like you're reading. I feel like in this specific song, your delivery was a lot better for this. That's my main takeaway from this entire track. I definitely think that you're taking our feedback and I appreciate it. That being said, I still feel like there's, of course, room for growth. Definitely keep putting the emotion in. Definitely lyrical growth too. But I definitely think you're actually memorizing all of your lyrics for sure.
Nikki said, that being said, trash.
I didn't say trash. I think that it's better. I see the improvement. I'm happy. I'm proud of you.
Oh, my bad. Misquoted.
Completely misquoted.
It happens, happy
All the
accidents.
time.
Nikki hated it.
Yeah, hated
You
it.
can tell. Fucking hated it.
Bad Conduct. You've grown, you've improved. I don't hear nearly as much reverb in the tracks that you've been posting lately. They still have a bit of reverb, but not nearly as much egregious, offensive to the ear reverb that you started out with. So the mix is improving. One thing that I would challenge you to change up as far as your delivery is maybe not try to be as melodic, and you tend to try to like have sing-songy delivery, and sometimes it works, sometimes I feel like it works against you because you're subconsciously focused on hitting that melodic tone rather than just like invoking a little bit of emphasis and passion in your delivery. And I would like to just hear you kind of just raw rap it out. Maybe that's not your style, maybe you don't straight up consider yourself a rapper, but I would like for you to take an experimental journey and try to just straight up rap. Don't try to do the Nelly thing. Don't try to, Bone Thugs it. Just do some raps. You don't even have to share it with us, but see how you like it, see how it sounds, and see if that makes you kind of force yourself to pay attention to how you deliver certain words rather than just delivering the words. And, let us know how that goes. But the other thing that I would say about this track is like the contrast between the two different artists is it wasn't working for me. Like I felt like the styles were so drastically different that when each person was on, I was hearing a totally different track, and I'm not sure that that really blended quite as well together as it seemed. So that's where I am at on this very longly titled track that I will repeat for the last time. Get Away With at the Maori. Give me flowers. All right.
I couldn't hear anything you were saying. You were like underwater. Get rid of what?
Fingers.
Seabird, you're muted, so.
Way was at the Maori.
I said 7 fingers in a booty, and
there you go.
There you go.
There you go. All right. Next up is where did it go? G-Man. You said big CEO hot on YouTube.
I already put it in the chat.
Look at
in
you, bird.
in the regular queue because I am a goddamn nice guy. Most people would be like, you can't figure out Discord? Fuck off. You can't even figure out how to post a link? Fuck off. But look at me. Look at me. Playing your shit. Finding it on YouTube, doing all the work. We here. We're for the people.
Okay. Yeah. Apparently Bird has been abducted by aliens and they've taken over his body because news to me.
Nice guy.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to play Big CEO because G-Man's been hanging out there. He's been gracious enough to try to keep posting his link. Don't know what happened to it. Then we're going to play SmoovRihx, and then we got one other jam for you folks before we get out of here today, unless somebody rolls through with a last-minute drop. So here is Hot.
Now tell me how do I reach?
Wrong button.
What's that?
All black whip every time that I swerve. Face on my lap every time that I serve. He was running so last on his back on the curb. Roll down with his stick in a mess like the purse. Little bitch throwing up cause she popping the purse. Playing get your ass thrown in that water like Irwin. You man already know it's some killers for certain. The shoes always feet leave his dumb ass hurt. Don't hold nobody, some Glocks is virgins. Little bro get sweet, guess he ain't learned yet. We roll him in the wood and burn it. Fuck is a water gun, this ain't gon' squirt shit. Bet it's gon' burn him. I got this little Glock hot as a furnace. Run up on me if you wanna get murdered. Shit out the sky, what the fuck is a burner? Leave ice cream on a bitch face like bird. I counted the bread, shit came from the bird. Can't fuck with that boy is a nerd. He won't get a shot if I'm making it first. Little bitch see the dish, she don't pay for the purse. I shoot from my angles, they calling me curve. Get sent to the devil, he leaving the earth. I'ma keep finessing till the play burn. These 762s from the break nerves. Surrounded by bitches and mans in the dirt. She caught in my trying and I'm giving her word. She caught in my trying and she whipping the word. All this money off work, I ain't going to work. Little bitch see the dish, she don't pay for the work. Put the dip on a bitch, I ain't making it work. Little fiend wanna rock, think he Uzi first. Just look in my eyes and see Lucifer. I came from the trap where the spoons was burned.
Right, that was Big CEO with Hot. The bass is definitely crashing on you, bro. Turn it down. Either, I guess, turn down the beat or lower the low ends on those EQs. That way we can actually hear your vocals. It was just kind of drowning you out a lot. Or you could also, at the same time, turn the vocals up a little bit. I think from a recording, kick needs to be louder. From a recording standpoint, definitely figure out a way to make those punch-ins smoother. Like if you have to record the verse in pieces like that, maybe do some overlapping sections so it doesn't sound like, chop in, chop in, chop in. It sounds kind of pieced together, and, see if you can make that sound a little bit more polished and smooth. That would be my input on that.
Yeah, nearly impossible to hear you with that beat over you. I mean, it was like literally crackling. It was fucking Pop Rocks in my ears, man. And I love Pop Rocks. Those are great candies. Some of the goats, but not when it comes to loud ass trap beats. I think that honestly, you had a good sound. It seemed like you had a pretty good delivery. The lyrics were kind of what I was expecting once I kind of heard the style. Um, yeah, I think that there's a market here, but you gotta fix the beat stuff, man. I mean, there's just no going forward when all you hear is this fucking rumbling 1985 stock 1985 Sprinter van stock speakers just about to fucking explode right in your ears. So first step.
Yeah. Same. Like, and those basses were farting, very flatulent and flat and distorted and completely crunchy. And that whole beat was just completely distorted and made it so exponentially hard to hear you. I heard your basic, like, I guess, foundational rapper aspects, like you have, you know, a decent delivery and everything, but I can't hear you. This beat is ass. And it's blown out. It's blown out ass. Get a new beat.
I'd like to blow out some ass.
Or freaking, I'd rather just listen to you like literally rapping to nothing so I could hear you.
Guys, where do you land on nothing or this?
Moss, nothing needs to be louder in this fucking beat.
As far as the beat?
I'm saying, would you rather hear him rap over nothing or rap over this beat?
I'd rather hear him rap over this beat. If I heard it just a cappella, I'd just turn it off.
I want to hear your raws.
She wants it raw. Hear it here first.
This is Pop Rocks and it's not ear candy, so we have an issue.
Oh, bars.
Nikki, have you ever put Pop Rocks in your ear?
I have. Well, I've had somebody with Pop Rocks in their mouth in my ear.
I'm not even gonna ask why. I'm just gonna move right along to SmoovRihx. Got a track called "It's Just a Feeling," just like Pop Rocks banging on your eardrum, apparently.
All I'm trying to do all the time is just to open people up so they can feel themselves and let themselves be open to somebody else. That is all. That's it. Just a feeling. It's just a feeling. It's like, how do you tell somebody how it feels to be in love? How are you going to tell anybody who has not been in love how it feels to be in love? You cannot do it to save your life. You can describe things, but you can't tell them. But you know it when it happens. That's what I mean by free. I've had a couple of times on stage when I really felt free. And that's something else. That's really something else.
I'm going to pause it here so that I can iterate. You got to research it. You know we're going to ask the question, Smooth. I don't know why you come in here with these random ass sounds in your beats like we're not going to ask, what's that? You know I'm going to ask. That said, that sound is too loud. I would turn it down a little bit. because as the beat continues on, I'm more and more annoyed that it's so loud and ever present. Otherwise, I think you have kind of like a nice progression of the beat itself, minus the vocal sample of some person talking. I could do without that part, but I don't have too many issues with the beat itself. Just hearing it as a beat and kind of imagining somebody doing their thing on it, I can make it permissible. Other than I feel like the xylophone, if that's what it is probably a little bit too loud. And it bored the shit out of Bert.
No, that was a yawn of excitement. That's the title of this episode. White Collar Reactions, Yawns of Excitement. No, yeah, I did like this. I think that the melody of the xylophone was really cool. I actually liked the middle being broken up. If you look at it as just a beat rather than something I'm trying to rap over, I think that I liked that middle interlude. And, how do you explain what it's like to be in love? Well, it's like somebody with a mouthful of pop rock sticking their tongue in your ear. That's what love is.
Or in your butt.
Or in your butt. 7 fingers in the butt, pop rocks, tongues in your ear. Outside of that, I think that I had a hard time getting into it initially because of the drum pattern. It was a little wonky and hard to kind of vibe with, but as time went on, it kind of like I got used to it and you kind of find the rhythm. I think that after the breakdown of the people talking, I wanted the drums to kick in sooner. It was just kind of like a xylophone space where, if you're just going to do a xylophone, maybe add a little bit more variety to it. But boom, drums, just slight changes on the drum choices when they came in would be my suggestion.
Yeah, I like this. I like the xylophone vibe. It made me feel like I was reminiscing from a time when I was like on a beach when I was younger, playing it back in my mind. And then the vocal samples, I thought that they went well with it. I don't see, I feel like this is more of a vibe beat. I don't feel like this is a beat that you would have an artist over, because the vocal samples were loud and kind of more prominent. Like, I feel like they were placed specifically for like statement. But yeah, I thought that between the samples, like it kind of made me feel like I was replaying like a movie, like on a TV, a black and white TV in my brain, like being on a beach. I don't know, the xylophone made me feel like I was on a beach for some reason, but I liked it. It was very laid back, chill vibes. Like I would listen to this, when I'm working and stuff. I liked this. I didn't mind it.
I wish I was in a position to do some sort of competition. This is the kind of track that I would challenge King Zig to not yell his entire verse on. Like, can you just talk in a normal talking voice and give me a song on this? And Passive, can you be extra hype on this song? Give me different styles on this kind of stuff. But I'm lazy, so I'm not going to do that. And instead, I'm going to get into some new shit.
What?
Are you guys ready?
I'm so ready.
Are you
Give me that shit of new.
Yawning with excitement?
Excited yawns over here.
For all the dogs out there, the last track of the night
Later,
tonight.
Tell your lady I say bye.
Tell your lady that if she has a nice young sister or cousin, hey, that's it. Nothing further. Yeah, new track from Passive the Rapper featuring Mr. Barn Burner himself. Ray Stands. Dog tags.
Stop that, acting like you bout that. Say you gon' bounce back, we gon' wait and see. You gon' have to show me what happens differently. I have my doubts, I know what you mean. Stop that, acting like you bout that. Say you gon' bounce back, we gon' wait and see. You gon' have to show me what happens differently. I have my doubts, I know what you mean. Hands stay filthy, but the record record stay clean. Hands stay filthy, but the record stay clean. Hands stay filthy, but the record stay clean. Hands stay filthy, filthy. I never thought that it was possible for us to get along. I mean, the Lego sets I built were the only blocks I've known. Shit, it's hard to visit home. They don't know what's going on, man. I probably had depression, but I fought it on my own. Suits and ties on Sunday morning, I'd never go alone. Man, my father was devoted, but my soul preferred to roam. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but my jewels are known to get busy. Sin City, yours truly, the 04 family hoopty, the flow dookie, the soul shooky, cul-de-sac fantasies, never achieved. This seems playing in the league just isn't for me. Dog tags, chains and dog tags. It's a shame and a drug that could solve that. Same old flashbacks, screenshot cash app. Send some bread to the plug, got a contact. Stop that, acting like you bout that. Say you gon' bounce back, we gon' wait and see. You gon' have to show me what happens differently. I have my doubts, I know what you mean. Stop that, acting like you bout that. Say you gon' bounce back, we gon' wait and see. You gon' have to show me what happens differently. I have my doubts, I know what you mean. Hands stay filthy, but the record stay clean. Hands stay filthy, but the record stay clean. Hands stay filthy, but the record stay clean. Hands stay filthy, filthy.
I wanna take these bitter pills and make them chewable. I tried exhausting all my hatred, but that resource be renewable. It's so many red flags, but them shits ain't reviewable. If I could solve the past, I know the future be more doable. But that be hard as fuck, so I be down on my luck. I could've passed the bar, instead I'm passing the buck. On that knick-knack paddy wagon, ring around the problem. Think I would've been better off if daddy used the condom. Instead I'm going through the motions to the point that it's mechanical. Flirting with dependency, I'm beering the botanical. Like orbits stay elliptical, all this pain is cyclical. And pilots keep on tipping through, I guess it's pretty typical.
Stop that, acting like you bout that. Say you gon' bounce back, we gon' wait and see. You gon' have to show me what happens differently. I have my doubts, I know what you mean. Hands stay filthy, but the record stay clean. Hands stay filthy, but the record stay clean. Hands stay filthy, but the record stay clean. Hands stay filthy, filthy.
Dog Tag by Passive the Rapper featuring Ray Stans. So where the mix on the other one was a little bit loud, I think the mix on this one was a little bit low passive. So I would up the vocals a smidgen, just a little tidbit. I did just thinking on first listen and not really being able to process it. Like the last half of your verse was kind of confusing for me, just trying to like digest it. Not that that's a bad thing. It's probably something that I would just go back and listen to and kind of like try to pick up on like what it is that you're actually explaining there. But just kind of like just throwing that out there as like, okay, my initial reaction to it is, I don't know what happened there. I understood the first half of your verse, and the second half I kind of got a little bit lost in the sauce. Ray, normally I would, nitpick on you about sounding the same all the way throughout, but I think you did a better job this time of managing your verse and not sounding the same, and I appreciated that. I would say passive on the mix, maybe you don't need the doubles all the way through, maybe just in certain areas where it requires emphasis. And then I would challenge you both. Something that I think would add to this track is, as Ray finishes his verse, get Ray to do a take of the hook and have both of your verses on that last hook. Because it feels a little bit like empty with Ray just kind of stopping and then passive coming back in. And it would make it merge a little bit better if Ray could come in and do some like undertones of that last hook. And it feels like you guys are actually collaborating rather than just kind of patching it in.
Interesting. I think for me, I definitely noticed the mix, specifically in passive second half. For me, that's when I was kind of like, oh, and then the two layers of the sing-songy part, I think one of the layers maybe turn it down a little bit, like choose one main and then lower the other one just to make it feel more blended. For the verses, though, man, the line about like Legos only block I've ever seen was really dope. There's a lot of quotables in there. I love the diversity, the versatility, switching styles. You know, that was fucking masterful. The hook was super catchy. Loved what you did there. Ray, I was impressed. Like, I can tell that you're learning and listening, right? Like the very first line where you're kind of like da 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 da. I was like, oh no, he's doing it again. But then you stopped, and then you took like a intentional pause. And it's not all about the stops and the starts. I also noticed in the cadences some of the inflections that you put in the middle of the verse, like for some of the words, for emphasis and emotion. So just know that I see you and I appreciate you. I think that you actually did a really good job here and was a good compliment to Passive. The mix on Ray's vocals, I would say like it seemed a little harsh, just with, if you're comparing to Passive's verse, and again, different equipment, totally get it. Just felt a little harsh on, you know, it's easy to throw out the word quality, but like it just harsh. I don't know, but overall, really good track.
Yeah, I agree, obviously, with everything that everybody said, because they're all very correct. I liked this a lot. You guys really complimented each other. Ray, I was at the beginning, I was like, oh, here we go with Ray again. But I agree with Bird, the fact that you didn't continue with those, even though you did have like your botanical and, you know, mechanical rhymes, and I liked your renewable resource line. I like that little stanza there, Mr. Stans. Yeah, your flow, you were just a lot more laid back, and it was nice, because I feel like you collabing with Passive has such a laid back, like, creative flow that I really think that you're learning from it too, and I love it. Because you are relaxing a lot more, which is helping you not be so, but you know, like Bird says. So I definitely think that, you know, Passive does assist with that. You know, you're still progressing, and it's really great to watch. I love it. Same thing with Passive. I mean, like, Passive just fucking gets better and better and better and everything. I feel like there was a mix. I couldn't tell what it was. The difference in Passive's verse when he goes from the, you know, the beginning and then into his actual verse, the mix sounds different. Like you're in, like there's a layer of something around your voice that I can't like hear you fully. I don't know what it was. Not even almost underwater, but close, like almost the same type of sound. So I don't know if what was different on your verse mix, obviously, because you're, you know, not singing. You probably mix your vocals completely different. But if there was something like a compressor or something that maybe it might be, I don't know, making it just a little bit like it's further away, I guess. Like there's a layer in between me and in your verse, Passive. That was really my biggest note on it. There was something different with the mix there, but I loved your cadence too and your tone you had in the hook. It was such a catchy hook, and it's just very, just sway. I enjoyed it. So I definitely love watching you guys collab. It's nice to see the growth and see you guys kind of co-create.
Word up.
It's great to see that you guys can co-create.
Co-create. That's gross. All right. Yeah, great show tonight. No bad tracks really. I mean, we had the crunchy bass from the YouTube submission, but I mean, I don't think it was a horrible track. We've been doing pretty good lately about not getting completely offensive garbage music. So appreciate everybody who shared the track with us tonight. We love you guys a little bit. Some of we love you a lot. T-Lam. But hey, we don't play favorites here sometimes.
And one person we hate. We'll let you figure out which one.
Take a guess.
Post in the comments who you think it is the most hated.
Yeah.
Song of the night, person
of all time.
Of all time? Is it somebody in this room?
Tell me.
Are the voices in the room?
Yeah. But that's all we have for you folks tonight. Tune in Friday where Passive the rapper hosts his review show renamed aptly Discreet Live Radio. Not sure who will be co-hosting with him. I could make an appearance. Bird probably won't because he's too busy getting drunk. Ray might pop in. Rogue, you never know. But yeah, he'll be back Friday night. So if you got more tracks that you want to get some feedback, input, or just a straight up reaction to, tune in Friday around the same time. Other than that, Discord, I might change the time on anime nights, move it up a little bit. I don't know, but people aren't tuning in as much. I'm tired of watching anime by myself. I know you nerds are out there. Come join me. Damn it. And then Sunday we'll be back for the podcast. And then Tuesday is the Tuesday show. Oh, and I'm going to try to do my best. I'm not making any promises, but I have some footage from Almighty VA's birthday. I'm going to try to chop out the best parts of our 6 hour or so entanglement, and I'll make a little highlight reel of that. I'm going to try to get that done for like a Monday premiere. So we had Bird do an Ask Me Anything. You never know. We might have another Ask Me Anything. You never know what we're cooking up over here at White Collar Rhymes. Yeah. Nikki, you got anything?
Joe Jam. Oh, we might do a wigging out special where we all wear some fun wigs on the 10th. And our review show is going to be random mystery pick next Wednesday. You don't know what you're going to get.
I don't know what that means, but I'm excited.
Well, no, I mean, like, they don't know who they're going to get as reviewers.
Oh, okay. Well, Nikki will keep y'all posted. Nikki's in charge.
Hallelujah.
Worst decision ever.
Jesus Christ, don't say that. Also kind of a loop back. So for those of you who were curious about DZK's origins, while we were listening to music, I did find the song where he explains how he came up with his name. I will put it in the lounge. I only partially listened to it, so I'm not sure that it stands the test of time. I did hear some sluts mentioned.
What? He loved the sluts.
Yeah, he did. That specifically said, I loved hanging around the sorority sluts. So hopefully the rest of it is kosher dill. I don't know. But hey, he's a changed man, I think, maybe. If you want to know where DZK, I'll throw it in the Friday queue. I'll throw it in the Friday queue too. But I'll put it in the lounge for anybody who is tuning in tonight and is not passive and wants to listen right now. So, hey, give the man some love.
Friday the 10th is the Joe Jam takeover, though, so no review that week.
Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. Until then, I'm going to go ahead and raid somebody we haven't raided in a while. She's a singer. She plays guitar. She's cool. She's milky smooth, literally. Her name is Mandy Prater. So show Mandy some love. We're going to get out of here later.
Oh, dang, we're already out of here?
Yep.
That was fast.